Welcome to my channel. Today, we're exploring Stellar Defiance, a sci-fi journey where humanity stands strong and defies the odds across the galaxy. Dive into epic starship battles, powerful tech, and the resilience that makes us unstoppable in a universe full of challenges. If you're ready for a thrill-packed adventure in deep space, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Long before humanity became the species known to the galaxy today, before Earth rose as a cradle of civilization in its current form, there had been other ages, other epochs. These were eras shrouded in mystery, hidden beneath layers of time so deep that even humanity itself had forgotten them. They were ages of great empires that had risen and fallen in cycles spanning tens of thousands of years, each leaving only the faintest traces behind cryptic relics scattered across the stars. Whispers of a past that had slipped into myth. The galaxy at large knew of humanity as a relatively young and ambitious species, one that had emerged from a singular cradle world and expanded rapidly outward. The galactic community, a collection of civilizations older and more established than Earth, saw humans as unpredictable newcomers, sometimes admired for their adaptability and ingenuity, other times viewed with suspicion. Yet even these ancient alien empires had legend stories of an age long past when a species that resembled humanity had wielded unimaginable power. Most dismissed these tales as myths, attributing the similarities to coincidence or the natural tendency of civilizations to create origin stories. But for some, the evidence was undeniable. The story began with the discovery of an artifact. On a barren, lifeless world at the edge of the galaxy, a team of human archaeologists unearthed something extraordinary, a massive, intricately carved obelisk that radiated faint energy signatures. The carvings bore no resemblance to any known language, but carried an undeniable sense of purpose and artistry. As the team studied the artifact, they found traces of human DNA embedded in its crystalline structure, a discovery that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. How could such a thing exist, on a planet untouched by humanity's modern reach? And more importantly, what did it mean? Dr. Elena Voss, a renowned xenoarchaeologist, was called to lead the investigation. She was a woman of unparalleled expertise and relentless curiosity, known for her ability to piece together ancient mysteries from fragments of history. When she arrived at the site, she was struck not only by the obelisk's alien beauty but by the profound sense of familiarity it evoked. It was as though the artifact was calling to her, as though it recognized her humanity and sought to reveal its secrets. With her team of scientists, linguists, and engineers, Elena began the painstaking process of deciphering its carvings and unlocking its energy matrix. The breakthrough came months later, when the obelisk emitted a pulse of light that filled the excavation site with holographic images. The images depicted a vast, sprawling empire, cities of crystalline towers stretching into the sky, fleets of ships traveling between stars, and beings that looked unmistakably human, their features identical to those of modern Earth's inhabitants. Alongside these images were fragments of text, encoded in a language that seemed to defy translation. The obelisk had awakened, offering a glimpse into a history long buried by time. The implications were staggering. If the images were to be believed, humanity was not a young species at all. It was not merely the result of chance evolution on Earth, but the inheritor of a lineage that stretched back into the distant past, to a time when humans had ruled the stars. This revelation upended everything humanity thought it knew about its origins. Earth was not the cradle of human life, but a refuge, a place where the remnants of a once great civilization had settled after an unimaginable catastrophe. News of the discovery spread quickly, reaching not only human territories but the wider galactic community. Reactions were mixed. For many humans, the revelation was a source of pride and wonder, a validation of their potential and a link to a forgotten heritage. Among the galactic empires, however, the discovery was met with unease. If humanity had once been a dominant force in the galaxy, what had caused their downfall? And if they had risen once, could they rise again? Elena's investigation led her to other worlds where traces of the ancient empire could still be found. On one planet, her team uncovered a subterranean city, its walls lined with murals depicting battles against monstrous, otherworldly entities. The murals told a story of struggle and survival, of an enemy so vast and incomprehensible that it had pushed the ancient human empire to the brink of extinction. On another world, they found a ruined starship, its hull covered in scorch marks and battle damage. The ship's data core, remarkably intact, revealed fragments of a desperate evacuation fleets fleeing to the far corners of the galaxy in search of sanctuary. As Elena pieced together the fragments of history, a picture began to emerge. The ancient human empire, known as the Celestian Dominion, had once spanned thousands of star systems. It had been a civilization of unparalleled technological and cultural achievement, its cities glowing with the light of artificial stars and its people living lives of abundance and enlightenment. Yet for all its grandeur, the Dominion had been fragile, its unity fractured by internal divisions and complacency. The downfall of the Dominion came not from within, but from beyond. The murals and records spoke of an enemy known only as the scourge, a force of pure entropy that consumed everything in its path. The scourge was not a species or an empire, but an existential threat, a manifestation of chaos that defied understanding. It had swept through the galaxy like a wildfire, leaving destruction in its wake. The Celestian Dominion had fought valiantly, deploying fleets and weaponry that harnessed the power of stars themselves. But in the end, even their greatest efforts were not enough. The Dominion fell, its people scattered, its history erased by time. Elena's discoveries raised as many questions as they answered. How had the remnants of the Dominion found their way to Earth? What role had Earth played in preserving humanity's survival? And most importantly, why had the memory of the Dominion been lost? The answers to these questions lay buried in the ruins of the past, waiting to be uncovered. As the search continued, Elena found herself drawn into a web of intrigue and danger. The artifacts and knowledge she uncovered became the focus of intense interest from powerful factions within the galactic community. Some sought to use the knowledge for their own gain, viewing the ancient technology as a means of consolidating power. Others feared what the rediscovery of the Dominion might mean, seeing it as a potential threat to the balance of the galaxy. Among humanity's own leaders, there were divisions. Some believed the legacy of the Dominion should be embraced, while others feared it would bring only chaos. Elena and her team faced numerous challenges as they delved deeper into the mystery. On one expedition, they were pursued by rival archaeologists working for a powerful alien syndicate, their ship narrowly escaping destruction in a treacherous asteroid field. On another, they encountered a dormant AI that had once served the Dominion, its fragmented consciousness filled with cryptic warnings about the dangers of awakening the past. The AI, which called itself Arion, became an uneasy ally, guiding them to lost worlds and offering insights into the Dominion's history. The search for the truth culminated in the discovery of a hidden archive on a remote, desolate moon. The archive, protected by ancient defenses, contained the complete history of the Celestian Dominion. It revealed the full extent of their achievements and their downfall, as well as a final, desperate plan to preserve humanity's future. The Dominion's leaders had known they could not defeat the Scourge, so they had chosen to scatter their people across the galaxy, erasing their own history to protect their descendants from becoming targets. Earth had been one of these refuges, its people left to rebuild without knowledge of their origins. The archive also contained a warning, a message from the Dominion's last leaders. The Scourge, they believed, was not truly defeated. It had receded but not disappeared, and its return was inevitable. Humanity's task was not only to survive but to prepare, to ensure that when the Scourge returned, they would be ready to face it. Armed with this knowledge, Elena returned to Earth, determined to share the truth. Yet she knew the road ahead would be fraught with challenges. The rediscovery of humanity's ancient past would change the galaxy forever, reshaping alliances, rivalries, and the very fabric of human identity. But it would also bring hope, a reminder that humanity had faced the greatest of trials before and had endured. The legacy of the Celestian Dominion was not just one of loss, but of resilience, a testament to the strength and ingenuity of a species that had once ruled the stars and might one day do so again. As the first stars of dawn lit the skies over Earth, Elena stood on the observation deck of her ship, gazing out at the infinite expanse of space. She thought of the countless lives that had come before her, the empires that had risen and fallen, and the enduring spirit of humanity. The past was not forgotten, it was a foundation, a guide for the future. And though the challenges ahead would be great, humanity was ready to rise once more, its light shining brightly in a galaxy filled with endless possibilities.